she always hate. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. Your friend smart, but my boy's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what would help. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment, energy at my body burning. And my stomach keep on turning, stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it, you gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, babe. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm trying to find out. Say I got sex appeal. I think it's cause I wear a flat gun. I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win. Hey.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the New Orleans Saints.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners of 4 or 5 before that. Meanwhile, three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And his first pass is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Harris now to return. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Blake Cashman on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the left.
Hills hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Recovered by the Jets.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. Down right around the 25.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 52 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
On second down now, it's Taylor, and he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll look to run with Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now they'll throw here out of the gun. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
Saints nothing.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing,
Number 29.
not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The numbers for him from a week ago, 9 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute them. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20+.
A throw over the middle taken in. 7 yards, the pickup there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Six yards left on second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
And it's third down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Back to throw now on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big time sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's 2nd and inches at the 45-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Jets 3, Saints 0.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Third and less than a yard.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 11. Now Hill. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed, Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got this one completed to Mims. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The Jets on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
They run with Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. In on the stop that time, Terrell Basham. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
9-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Back to throw again. He's going to find Gallup here complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quentin Williams in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that is no good. Then this score will stay right where it is.
That keeps the score Jets 3, Saints nothing.
This is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rodgers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, not much happening on the scoreboard, just a lone field goal in that first half. For the call of the second half, maybe we can get a touchdown, fellas. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
As they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. Evades the tackler and now some space.
Brian Poole. The first down pass.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, it's Taylor. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to Taylor on first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
Tackle made.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now back to throw.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
The score, Jets 6, Saints nothing.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
3-yard pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns. I know we can't hear.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Getting the sack to 227-pound linebacker Quan Alexander.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
New York ready to go again offensively.
They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
David Onyemata in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Stay with your man.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. Then it'll be 4th down. So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a 4th down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw. And you know how sometimes coaches talk about using short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt.
The Saints take over.
The Saints again ready to go on offense.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They're going to run with Taysom Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Hill. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And he whips that one incomplete there. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Their own 1-yard
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 1-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Taylor. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and
on 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints, they'll have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 2. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Brian Poole, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Alexander. It's a pickup of 3.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's got some space here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Taylor.
I know we're there, wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. But there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle. And, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They go play action here on first down. Able to connect with Mims. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Taylor.
19-yard line.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 13-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is indeed good. And that will make our score 9-0.
Saints, nothing.
Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Running here is Taysom Hill. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Jerry Hughes on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards.
The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's the occasional ball carrier. It's Taysom Hill. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. The tackler is almost on the spot, and That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
He was brought down at the 45.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
7 brings up second
and 3.
At the 38.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. They'll run. This is Hill. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are back within a score. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Taysom Hill who finished it off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Taylor, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On second down now, it's Taylor, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. On first down, Taylor, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Taylor. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about right a finish to this one.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Jets, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.